Welcome back to part 5 of how to play Warhammer 40k 9th edition. Over the last two videos we covered the many intricacies of the movement phase. In this video we will cover the psychic phase, specifically what it is for, unit activation order, how powers are manifested, deny the witch tests, and perils of the warp. In the psychic phase, powerful psychers attempt to bend the powerful energies of the warp to their will, enabling them to manifest psychic powers and deny their enemies' powers. This is done by units which have the Psyker keyword. This Primaris Librarian is one such unit. To begin, select an eligible Psyker unit from your army. Eligible Psyker units are ones that did not fall back in your movement phase, not counting units which are Titanic, and units which have not already been activated for manifesting psychic powers this turn. Once you have finished manifesting psychic powers with a unit, you can select another eligible Psyker unit from your army to manifest powers. This cycle continues until you activate as many eligible Psyker units you wish. Once you have no eligible Psyker units in your army, or none you desire to activate, and no other rules to be resolved, the psychic phase ends, and you proceed to your shooting phase. All Psykers know the Smite power, unless otherwise specified on their datasheet. While Smite can be considered to be the basic psychic power, it is a very powerful one that allows Psykers to deal mortal wounds with relative ease. Mortal wounds will be explained further in the attack sequence when damage dealing mechanics are covered. For the time being, all we need to know is dealing mortal wounds is more deadly than conventional damage, and offensive psychic powers deal mortal wounds. Psykers can often know more psychic powers drawn from specified disciplines. These disciplines and the powers they offer are listed in an army's codex or supplement. Looking at the Primaris Librarian, he knows Smite and 2 powers from his available disciplines. So when setting him up in my army list, I specify the 2 powers he knows. Those powers are effectively committed to his datasheet as the powers he knows for the upcoming game. Here is the execution sequence that goes into activating an eligible Psyker unit to manifest psychic powers. Upon selecting an eligible Psyker to manifest powers, you select one psychic power that unit knows and attempt to manifest it. An important note: with the exception of Smite, you cannot attempt to manifest the same psychic power more than once in the same battle round, even if I had 2 different Psyker units and they each knew the power. Let's select the Smite power. To successfully manifest a psychic power, a psychic test must be passed. The psychic test is taken by rolling 2d6, checking to see if the total is equal to or greater than that power's warp charge value. Smite has a warp charge value of 5, so the test is passed. However, due to the volatile nature of warp energies, if the test results in a double 1 or a double 6, that unit immediately suffers Perils of the Warp. Think of Perils of the Warp like psychic backlash. Should a Psyker unit suffer Perils of the Warp, it takes d3 mortal wounds to itself. If a Psyker unit is destroyed by Perils of the Warp while attempting to manifest a power, that power fails to manifest. And before removing the last model in the unit, if it's a unit made of multiple models, every unit within 6 inches immediately suffers d3 mortal wounds as the warp energies tear open in their destruction. Due to the potentially devastating results that Perils of the Warp can cause, it is always handy to keep a command reroll available in your psychic phase should it occur. But take note, because Perils can take place in moments which are terribly awful and awesome, in some cases, like with Smite, which actually becomes more powerful with higher psychic test results, a double 6 Perils may be worth wearing the damage for the potential offensive output. Returning to our example, let's say the Primaris Librarian manifests Smite with a 7, enough to pass the test, but not enough for the Super Smite. Before resolving the power's results, the enemy player can attempt to deny the witch. Typically done by opposing Psykers within 24 inches, which is the case with this Keeper of Secrets. Let's say the Slaanesh Demons player decides to deny the Smite power. Deny the witch tests are also performed by rolling 2d6. If the total is greater than the result of the psychic test, then that power is denied and nothing takes place. Only one attempt can be made to deny a psychic power. The number of deny attempts a Psyker can make is listed on their datasheet. And lastly, Perils of the Warp does not occur from deny the witch tests. Back to our example, assuming the Librarian successfully manifested his power without being destroyed by Perils of the Warp, and the enemy was not able to deny the power, its results get resolved as indicated on the power, and in the case of Smite, the nearest enemy unit would suffer d3 mortal wounds. Once complete, the Psyker may attempt to manifest another psychic power if they are able to, or continue on and select another eligible Psyker to manifest powers. Which brings us to the end of the psychic phase. In the next video we will cover the shooting phase. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, give it a like, and if you want to help this channel grow, please subscribe. And with that, I'll hope to see you in the next one.